Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale. Today I want to share with you a really fabulous pasta dish that it is just comforting and soothing but really quick to make, and it is just really good. It is my pasta with sausage and mushrooms. I love this recipe. I love any kind of pasta dish, but this is delightful and it's so easy. The ingredients you'll need are not very many, but they're all the right ones. I've got some cremini mushrooms that I've chopped up or sliced, whatever you want to do to them. Sausage of your choice. What I have here is some herb and roasted garlic chicken sausage that I've sliced thinly. You can use any sausage of your choice. Dry porcini mushrooms, a little fresh rosemary, lots of garlic, a little white wine. You're going to need some pasta of your choice, salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic, some olive oil, and you're also going to need some parsley at the very end. But it's just so easy, and I mean, you're going to just love it. Just trust me. What you can do is use a mixture, like a mix of mushrooms. If you don't want to use just one type of mushrooms, that would be fantastic here as well. But cremini mushrooms are really affordable and you can find them pretty much in any grocery store nowadays, which makes my life really easy. Now, I'm using some porcini mushrooms here as well, which are going to give such good flavor to this. It's really going to boost up the mushroom flavor. And I'm also going to make some stock out of the dry porcini mushrooms to use instead of using like a chicken stock or a beef stock. I'm going to use mushroom stock that I'm going to make just out of using my dry porcini. So it's really like getting two things for one. Back here, I've got a small saucepan with some water that I brought to a simmer. It's really important that the water is warm because we need to reconstitute those mushrooms. I'm going to add about 2 cups of water to my dry mushrooms. I'm going to use the other end of the wooden spoon. Let those sit there for about 10 minutes, which is the perfect amount of time because we're going to get going on sauteing the rest of the mushrooms and the sausage together. Now, because I'm using the chicken sausage, which is really lean, I'm going to cook the sausage and the mushrooms together because I want them to soak up a little bit of that sausage flavor, so it's going to be phenomenal. But if you're using pork sausage, I would suggest cooking it separately first just to render out a lot of the fat and get rid of it. But in this case, I know it's not going to give me a lot of fat, so I'm going to add it with my mushrooms to my skillet with my olive oil. I also have a pot back there with some water coming to a boil. Now I'm going to cook this over medium heat for about, I would say, 7 to 10 minutes until everything starts to develop a good amount of color. It cooks down a little bit, and then we're going to proceed. This looks fantastic. It's been about 10 minutes. I'm going to add my garlic. Now what I want to show you, let that cook for a little bit. Smells so amazing in here. What I did is I just retrieved the porcini mushrooms that were in the hot water. I just took them out and gave them a nice chop. And I've got the remaining hot porcini stock here, whatever you call it. I also chopped up some parsley. It's going to be really easy and really simple. I'm just waiting for the garlic to cook out. You want it to cook for about a minute. You want to get rid of that raw garlic taste and for that flavor to just really infuse in the mushrooms, because at that point, mushrooms are really like a sponge. At this point, you can add some salt because it's not going to stop them from turning, or it's not going to stop them from turning that beautiful caramelized color. It's going to just extract some of the liquid, and at this point, you want liquid, so it's good. But anyway, like a few more seconds, maybe like another 30 seconds, because the garlic needs to get a little bit of color on it. I want it a little bit bronzy. I'm going to add just a little bit of wine. You don't have to, but I like a little bit of wine, and I feel like it goes really well with mushrooms. And I'm just going to let that cook out for a few seconds. I didn't add a lot. I just added maybe like a 1/4 cup or so. Treat for the cook for later. Just like a 1/4 cup or so. That's good enough. At this point, I'm going to add my porcini. I'm telling you, this is going to be fantastic. My rosemary, because rosemary goes so well with mushrooms and with sausage, and my stock. What's important is that you leave behind the last like tablespoon or 2 of the stock because it's got a little bit of that, I don't know, that little bit of that grit from the mushrooms, the dried mushrooms. So I'm going to leave that there. Now this is going to cook for about 10 minutes over between medium and medium high heat. I want most of that liquid to be absorbed. When this has like 7 minutes left, that's when you add the pasta to the boiling water. So I'm going to keep an eye on this, then I'm going to add my pasta, then I'll meet you back here, we'll season it, we'll give it one last final touch, and then we will be ready to dig in. This looks fantastic. All the mushrooms have soaked up that gorgeous flavor. Now this is some of the reserved cooking water, nice and starchy. It's gonna help thicken everything up. I cooked my pasta al dente, drained it really well. I'm gonna add it right in. Ooh, salivating. I'm gonna add a little bit of butter right along with my parm. This makes everything adhere to the pasta. Some parsley, I'll save some for the very top. And I do want a little bit of black pepper. I don't need to add any more salt because I added salt to the mushrooms. I had salt in the boiling water, so this is plenty of salt for me. Of course, taste it along the way. And now I just want to cook everything together for like a minute or two, just until the butter melts. The sauce coats everything really nicely. Oh, it's looking so good. So let it go for like another minute or so. That smells fantastic. Now I would say with a nice sized salad, some crunchy bread, and a glass of wine, this would make a lovely supper for 4, unless you're Joe and I, in which case this would make supper for 2. And a really bad day, this can make supper for 1. Just saying, but it is smelling phenomenal. I'm just gonna serve myself some now because I can. I've got sausage, whoa, where's my sausage? Do I already have a piece on there? Yes, I do. I've got a little bit of everything because, you know, it's important to try it all together. Talk about a facial. I'm getting a mushroom sausage facial right now. That is everything I want it to be and more. It's so good. It's so easy. It's delicious. It takes no time at all. If you want to skip the sausage and just really bulk up the mushrooms, you can, but the two together just makes for a match made in food heaven. Okay. I'm gonna dig in, go to laurainthekitchen.com to get the written recipe. I hope that you make this and love it as much as I do, and I will see you next time. Bye.